I typically only wash my windows twice a year. I usually do it early in the spring when it's warm enough to get out there and clean the windows, and then I usually do it again in the fall. But we have some birch trees out here that lose their blossoms and get them all over the windows. So because of that, I really need to get them clean because they are very dirty. And I'm getting ready to do one of my quarterly cleans, and there's just nothing like having your windows clean whenever you get done with the inside zone cleaning. It just makes everything look better. So I'm going to break it down step by step and show you how I clean all of the gutters out. We're gonna do a deep dive into really getting them good and clean, and then it'll make it easier this fall whenever I go back and just give them a little bit of a cleaning before winter. And at the end, I'm going to show you our porch. We've done a lot of work on it and made a big difference. So I'm looking forward to sharing that with you. So let's get started. I've got all of the cleaning products here laid out and ready to use, and I'll explain them as we go. I'm gonna get some cleaning water going first. I'll use some nice hot water and a little bit of sal suds, and you can use any kind of dish detergent that you like. This is a concentrated form, so I'm just gonna put a little bit in here. Grab one of these cleaning cloths here, and then I'll take all of these tools out with us. And let's head outside. So this is what we're getting started with, a very dirty window. We're gonna get started by cleaning these tracks out down here. And typically you'd wanna do this when it was a dry day, because then you can just kind of sweep it up and vacuum it out. But I'll show you what to do when it's wet, because I need to get this job done today. You can see the track in here. And here comes the doggies. They have to be a part of everything. So the first thing I'm gonna do is get a paper towel probably and wipe out some of the gunk first before we start cleaning. Actually, I just got thinking, I probably should sweep off of this glass and maybe even wipe it down a little, because otherwise it's all gonna go down in our tracks down there. I'm gonna wipe this off just a little bit here. By cleaning it a little bit now, it'll keep us from getting it back into the track after the track is clean. Okay, time to get back to the track. Get in here and give this a good scrubbing. And then I'll get my detail brush out for some of the little areas. Here in the little track, get our washcloth here and start doing the final cleaning on it. And we'll probably be coming back and touching this up again after we get all of the tracks clean, because probably things will fall down on this. I'm gonna call that good enough for now. So we're gonna move inside and get the other part of this track clean. On the inside, we just have to be more careful not to get the floor all wet. So I'm gonna do the same thing, because this part's a little bit wet also. And I'm gonna clean out the track with paper towel to get the worst of it. And here is just a lot of dog hair. We have 2 large labs and they shed a lot. Fold up my cloth a little bit, push it down in there and pull it out. Yeah, that's working good. Let's try that on this side. I'm just pushing the cloth down into the crack and then pulling it. And at this point, I want to try to just get all of the heavily soiled stuff that I can't get with a washcloth scrubbed out. And then I can come back and wipe the whole door down once I get the worst of it done. That's much better. So now I'm just going to take my cleaning cloth and wash everything except for the windows. We'll save them for later. Now we got to get this outside trim all washed up also. I should have did that while I was already out here, but I was so focused on that bottom track that I forgot to do it. Instead of doing windows room by room during my quarterly cleaning, it's so much easier to batch them all at once while I already have the tools out. All right, moving on to the windows. I think these windows are dry enough to just use a brush inside the track. It's just basically getting all the dirt loosened up first, up in all of the grooves. And I'm just gonna take my vacuum and vacuum the lead. So much faster. I guess next time I need to plan accordingly and make sure that I do this when it's dry out. My water is so dirty from this door that I'm gonna have to get a clean bucket to even start on the windows. This is so much easier. I was beginning to wonder if I would get this job done today. And the thing is you don't have to do all your windows in one day. We have a ton of windows. I love natural light, and so when we built our home, we put lots of windows in. But with that comes a little extra work. So you could break it down into zones and just do a few a day, or just wash the windows and forget all this track stuff, because this isn't as important as having clean windows. But it's been a while since I've done this. In the spring, we did the inside of the windows, but this outside, it's been a while. I found on the slider that I started washing on the actual window, and I realized that it was taking some scrubbing to get it off. So I decided to go ahead and scrub the window too before I actually do the washing, because this stuff is, well, see there? It's, a lot of it's still stuck even after doing that. So I think I'm gonna take, on this window, I think I'm gonna take my scrub brush and pre-scrub it and try to get some of that loosened up. You know, with house cleaning, there's no one size fits all. I think you really have to focus in on what your personal needs are. Like this job, how many windows you have is gonna really make a difference on how much time it's gonna take you. And if you decide to do it in zones rather than all in one day, that's gonna make a big difference. Your schedule, there's just so many variables. And that's why I think with homemaking, you just make it your own. Work in a schedule that works out good for you. And another thing I thought of whenever I started this job is that I should have scrubbed the siding before I did this. But the thing of it is there's always something else to do. So maybe this fall I'll get a chance to scrub the siding, and then I can do it just before I clean the windows, and I won't have to do all this track work and all that. So it'll be a lot less than one day. Are you that way too, where you'll get started on a project and it's like you see 50 other things that need to be done all at the same time? I get distracted very easily by that. I will use a stronger cleaner on these edges like this sometimes because there's mold on it, and I want to make sure that I get that all cleaned off. So I'll just let that sit for a little bit, and then I'll take my scrub brush and give it a really good scrubbing to get it worked into all the fibers. Now I'll do just like I did around the others and wash up here on the trim. I'm even washing this piece of J-channel up here. It'll make the overall window look so much better. And see, I have another moldy spot right here, so I'm going to get that sprayed and scrubbed. It's those little details that all add up to make it, the whole job look so much better. You can use these little scrub brushes for so many things, like these tracks. You can just run them right in the groove. Make sure you have plenty of soapy water on it and just scrub that right out. All right, I'm going to move on to this other one so we can start getting around to the other side of the house and get all the rest of them done. This wall here is right next to the tree, but it's not stuck to it as bad. But I'm going to take my broom and sweep down the siding a little bit as far as I can reach anyhow, and to help avoid some of them blossoms dropping down on my clean windows after it's done. Another thing I forgot to mention is I'm taking the screens out of each window as I get to them. Since I have the ladder up here, I'll probably hand wash these upper windows. I feel like it'll do a lot better job than using my squeegee. One little tip, if you don't love climbing a ladder, take 2 cleaning cloths so you can wash it with one and then come back and clean it with the other one, and then you're done. Before I start doing the windows on the porch, I want to show you the before and after of our front porch makeover. We painted the ceiling. The ceiling has never been painted. We changed up the furniture and we put different railings and different posts. We got rid of the upper ornate spindles that were up here. The porch can still use a really good cleaning. We never took everything apart and washed it, but I just wanted to show it to you anyhow. We put different rugs out here. And we still need to repaint our front door. So we painted the floor, we painted the ceiling, we put new fixtures up on the ceiling. And this is what the front looks like now. I love the bigger columns, and I love the openness, not having the ornate spindles up top. And we've done some cleaning here, getting rid of some of the ivy. I got a walking stick here on the window. So now I need to figure out a way to get it moved over to the yard because I really do not want to touch it. I haven't seen one of these in years, but he's got to go. I got to get this window clean. So I'm going to see if I can just carefully get him onto the broom. I got him. And take him over into the yard. Actually, I think I'm going to take him quite a ways away. I don't want him back in the house. I think this plant will be a nice spot for him. There you go. We're just gonna put a half a tablespoon of sal suds into about 2 to 3 gallons of hot water, and that's what we'll use to clean the windows with. I have 2 different size cleaning pads here. One's a little bit bigger than the other. I don't usually use this one, but I thought maybe on the big window I would use that. And then I have 2 different sizes of squeegees. And again, it depends on the size of the window as to which size I'll use. And then this is the cloth that I use to wipe off the edge of the squeegee. I remember now why I haven't been using this. I don't have a handle that fits it, so we'll be using this one. So I always rinse this out in here, and then I squeeze some of the excess off of the head. But I leave plenty on there, and then I just go to work cleaning. Typically you don't have to work your windows so much, but with these being extra dirty, I'm having to use a little bit more. Now I'm going to add some of the soapy water to lubricate my squeegee. I can already tell that it's so much cleaner than it was. Now I'll use my smaller squeegee here on this one. And then with a clean cloth, I'm going to go around this outside edge. And then dry this little gutter space out here. And for the screen, since I've already cleaned these earlier, I'm not going to do a deep clean. I'm just going to take my cloth and then just wipe these down. And I'll wipe over here on the trim part of it too. Make sure everything's clean. It's actually quite similar to how I do it in the spring, but sometimes in the spring they seem extra dirty. So sometimes I have to use a hose on them or whatever, and I might spend a little more time on these edges. There, get that back in. Nice and clean. Beautiful. Now we just need to get the rest of them done, and then we'll be moving inside. And then whenever we get inside, I'll show you how I do it in there. It's completely different than outside. For the inside, I just wash all the way around the window on the inside and the trim. And then I wash this area here out. And then I just have a bucket of water here. And this is the microfiber. I went and grabbed a new one. I have several older ones, but I got a newer one. And I will post a link down below for these. But they work so good. I've been using these for probably about 15 years now. I absolutely love them because all you need is water. You don't need a bunch of chemicals or anything like that. When you first get them, they're kind of stiff, so you just want to wring it out really good. And after you use them for a while, they get a lot softer. And then I just wash the window in kind of an S pattern. And my windows are always perfectly clean using this cloth. My mom used to clean a factory, and I gave her one of these, and she loved it so much she wanted me to order her a great big pack. And anytime hers got too old, she'd have me order her some more. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get the rest of these all washed, and then tomorrow I'll finish up whatever's left over, and then I'll do the final reveal with all of the beautifully clean windows. These windows definitely needed to be cleaned with all the birch blossoms and all the other dirt that's collected on them. It was time to give them a good cleaning. And I don't know about you, but whenever I do a job like this, it just feels so rewarding when it's done. Yes, a lot of times I'm quite exhausted the day that I do a bigger job, but whenever I get up the next morning and I step out, we'll say here in the dining room and some of the other rooms where I wash the windows, it just feels wonderful. So I hope that this inspired you to tackle a job in your own home. It doesn't have to be the windows, and you definitely don't need to go and clean out all the gutters and all that kind of stuff, but even just washing the windows so that you can let the nice bright sunlight in, different things like that, it just makes such a difference. And I also wanted to share something with you all. And that is that I'm planning to do like a 3-week challenge, and I'm going to pick out 3 different, very popular cleaning methods and give them a try. And I'll explain more whenever I get started doing it. So be on the lookout for that. But I will tell you that I think I'm gonna start with Fly Lady first. And for some of you, you know that she's been around for a long time. And maybe for others, this will be something new. So I'm really looking forward to this challenge. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And again, I'm going to explain it all to you later whenever I get started with it. So if you enjoy content like this, I would love it if you would subscribe so that you can join me here again next time. I hope that you're all having a wonderful day. Bye for now.